join one of them.
All right.
Hello. I'm Amelia Broussard. I'm the artist in residence for approximately 3 more days. I know, so it's been a really wonderful experience. A little bit about the residency. I applied to be a resident artist, and then there was different venues that applied to be venues. And so when you were accepted, they paired you and married you together with your venue. So I was paired with the local history and genealogy branch of the Omaha Public Library, which was this really amazing pairing. My work, I deal a lot with like my own family history and memories and how to like reconcile with the fact that we're losing some of that, especially I'm from Louisiana, I'm Cajun, and so like really thinking about my Cajun culture too, and my and some of that information that's being lost from like my background. And so paper was a way for me to kind of like use it as a metaphor, this like vintage paper, the deteriorating paper, and yeah, use that as a metaphor to like this feeling of losing memory. So the pairing with the genealogy branch was like this really serendipitous pairing. It was amazing. During the residency, I had a series of workshops. We had 6 in total, and the public was invited to come and create their own pieces of work with their own pieces of paper from their history. So people brought photographs, recipe cards, like old receipts, old like Mother's Day cards, and then we took those things and then they created their own work. So all the work on the wall on this side are from our participants. There's 25 on the wall, but we had even more participants. This is just the 25 that decided to put some in the show. And this was my favorite part of the residency. It was really like something I had been dreaming about doing for a long time. And I'll just brag on BFF and from the whole team. Like, this wouldn't have been possible. It was like resource sharing from the public library and from BFF. Like, I brought some of my own materials, but then the 2 other entities also contributed. So it was like we had all of these things, not only with resources, but like time and energy. Like doing advertising as an artist is exhausting. And so having an organization help you do that and the public library, it was like this amazing merging of all these different people that came to this event because of that, you know, which wouldn't have happened at the end. And then another really special thing that happened during the residency was like this idea of space. So like the public library as a public space, but then this space outside of the library is like this bright, vibrant, inviting space. And so it really drew people in, and like people came up and were curious, and it made it kind of just like an icebreaker. I was teasing at the end of our workshops, I was like, we need to call these cut and cries, because at the end, everyone was like emotional. They're sharing these really sentimental objects and like these heavy things, and we're processing together, you know, even in like among like looking at weird pictures and cutting things. So it was really this special, like intimate space that was created amongst like some play and entertainment. So every single workshop, someone was like, oh my God, it's over? Like time flew by. So that was really my favorite part of the whole experience. And then just a little bit about my work. This is more on this side. So these are all my collages. And then the tops, that is a piece called Papa's Tops. And we were cleaning out my grandpa's workshop. I found this box of tops, and we were like, what is this? No jars, only tops. And like, I was obsessed with this idea of my grandpa just preserving these tops, like thinking they're interesting. Maybe it was from like an economical point of view, like wanting to conserve these things, but I couldn't get rid of them. So this is like my, you know, ode to him and his resourcefulness and his saving. And then I have a book here as well. This is a publication I made in March in conjunction with my first solo show in New Orleans. And it's again like touching on the themes of memory and how to preserve. And in it are Cajun words and their definitions, and then a couple poems about like my interpretation of just what it means to preserve your memories. And yeah, I think that's about it. I know I talked really fast. I'll just say, dude, I just made 1 year in Omaha this month. And so this was like really incredible too, as an emergent artist in this scene, to just have so much support from the BFF team, from everyone. I know, it's really sweet. Like, you know, it's very intimidating coming into a new city, and everyone was just like overwhelmingly welcoming. And everyone would like pop in and be like, "Do you need anything?" And I'm like, "Oh, I think I'm good." You know, everything from like sweeping the floor to painting. Cam helped, like we were sweating. It was amazing. So yeah. Yeah. Thank you, thank you, thank you to the whole team. It was really beautiful. And the public librarians are not here right now, but they will be here tonight, and they were equally as welcoming and amazing too. So go to the public library if you haven't been in a while. And yeah, that's it. Thank you so much.